Hi everybody, my name is Jo and I love to read. Today we're going to be doing an unhaul. We have recently moved the room that my bookshelves were in, so then I have rearranged my shelves and gone through everything, decided what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. I've also been to a wedding today. First one is The Leopard by Jo Nesbo. This is a crime novel following a detective called Harry Hole. This is about the 10th or something like that in the series. I really enjoyed that one. It was good. Nothing super special, one of the first thrillers that I ever read, and then I tried to read the first in this series, The Bat, and didn't really enjoy it. I got all the way up to 80% of the book and then DNF'd it. I have never gotten so far in a book and decided to give up. Apparently it goes up from there after the first one, but I just don't really care to continue on. And I've decided that now is the time to get rid of this one. I was keeping it because I was so excited to have finished a thriller, but I'm happy to move on now. I've read a couple more thrillers. I've enjoyed them. I don't need to keep this one. Also getting rid of Sailor Moon volumes 1 and 2 by Naoki Takeuchi. These were fun in some parts, but not in the others. I love the romance in these. But because I'm someone who watched the American anime a lot as a child and tried to watch it in its entirety as an adult and never actually got there, I was actually kind of bored when all the sailors were getting introduced, or the main sailors at least, which takes up a lot of volume 1. I continue on to volume 2, but things definitely ended or progressed quicker than I remember the American anime being, so I don't know if there's a bit of a problem with the pacing there and my memory. I was going to DNF the series, but I think I'm going to give it another shot in different editions. Mostly it was because I wasn't enjoying it, but also because the editions that I was reading, which is the Naoki Takeuchi collection, they're supposed to be more accurate translations for what it was, but I also find the covers and the spines really quite boring. I wish that there wasn't a border around them. I think if there wasn't, I would enjoy it more, but still, the spines are super boring. I know that don't judge a book by its cover. I understand that, but I've also come to understand that I'm also a book collector, so it's okay that I'm deciding that I also partially don't want these because of what they look like. I probably would have pushed on to the third one in this edition if I liked what they look like. That being said though, I am going to read the third, but I'm going to purchase it in the Eternal editions, which is a bigger edition. It's still the more accurate translation that these ones are, but the edition's bigger and it's a lot more prettier and special. So I'm going to give this a third go. They're also, for me, with manga and comics, there seems to be something about reading volumes 1 to 3 that tends to give me a proper indication of whether I'm going to enjoy it or not. So I'm going to give it a try with number 3, and if I enjoy it, then I will, and want to keep purchasing them and own the whole collection, then I'm going to get these two in the Eternal editions. Extravaganza City of Flowers by Mary Hoffman. This one I'm getting rid of purely because of the edition, because the rest of them I had in hardback and I wanted to purchase the third one in hardback, so it was going to match. Because I am not keeping the rest of those books, it's actually about a 5-7 book series. I've read all of them, but I didn't enjoy a lot of them past the third one. I wanted to have this one. I wanted to purchase it in gorgeous hardback because I have the rest in gorgeous hardback as well. City of Masks is the start. The Splintered Kingdom by James Aitchison. This one was actually on my TBR. There wasn't a lot of TBR books that I got rid of, but I'm also going to talk about the next one too. So also The Crimson Moth by Kristen Cirosarelli. I may end up reading this book one day, but it's just not something that is gripping me. I tend not to have a lot of romantasy on my shelves because I pick them up and read them on a whim. Not something that I will generally hold on to wanting to read that series for a long time. It'll just be, okay, I'm up to date for that romantasy series. I'm moving on to my next one. What am I going to read now? And then I'll go buy it and read it then. So I don't want to hold on to this one. Whenever I was looking at it, I was just feeling like, meh. And same with Splintered Kingdom. I picked this one up when we were in Cowra for one of Daniel's cousin's weddings, and there was a book fair on at the same time, which was really cool. This looked interesting to me. It was the only fantasy. I picked it up, but now I've just kind of looked at it and went, you know what, is it signed? No. I thought it was signed. If it was signed, it was probably going to keep it. fickle. But there are so many things that I want to read, and I just look at it and I just go like, yeah, not as interested. This is The Boar Stone by Jules Watson. It's part of the Dal Rider trilogy. I still keep the first 2 in the trilogy. The other books in this series are triple this size, and those 2 ones feature the same character, and this one features a different character altogether. Didn't enjoy it as much. It's fine, it was interesting. I've kept it for a really long time, but it just didn't seem to me in the same way that the other books did. So I'm happy to pop this one down. We've got Coraline. I think I'm going to also talk about these 2 at the same time. Coraline by Neil Gaiman and House Moving Castle by Diane Winnie Jones. I enjoyed Coraline. It was fine. Not enough to keep it and continue to keep it. I've never really been super interested in reading more of Neil Gaiman's works. I loved the movie Stardust, and so then I read or listened to an audiobook of Stardust, and it was okay. The movie definitely improved upon it. Definitely. So it was something that I didn't keep the book, and it didn't make me feel like I wanted to continue on with his works at all. House Moving Castle, woo! Oh, I'm glad that I filmed this video before I forgot. This is a picture of me in my teens. That's me. That's my friend Marie, my friend Melissa, and my sister Brooke. I enjoyed it. I don't remember much about reading it though, and it wasn't good enough that not that it wasn't good, but it wasn't good enough that it made me feel like I wanted to read more by Diane Winnie Jones. Love the Studio Gilby film of it, absolutely. But it's just not something that I really care to continue on. A part of me is a bit, could be interesting to reread, but considering that, if I happen to see a really nice edition of it, I might purchase it and reread it again, but I just don't have a desire to keep this one right now because I don't really remember what it was like as a book, and it's not in the nicest copy. The 10th Circle by Jodi Picoult. This one I did agonize over a little bit. I do remember what the story was about, and it does have some tricky elements in it. There's content warnings for sexual assault. The really cool thing about it is that it is told from the daughter's perspective and the dad's a comic book artist. So they actually published part of his comics in between the novel. I didn't articulate myself well with this book. It's a story about a girl who was raped, told from the girl and her dad's point of view. If I read it again today, I believe I would enjoy it, but looking at the book on my shelf, I felt no connection to it. I dislike saying that about such an important topic, but it's the truth. If I had endless time, I would reread, but I don't feel called to. Hopefully it will find a more loving home with someone else. Her Own Hero by Jen Sadie. This is a self-published book. I really enjoyed it, but same sort of thing. I'm never gonna reread it, and I think the cover isn't super cute. Getting rid of Divergent, Veronica Roth. I read the entire trilogy, got rid of the last 2 books, kept Divergent because I really enjoyed it. Didn't enjoy the other ones too much, but I think I'm ready to let this one go. Getting rid of Memoirs of a Geisha by Arthur Golden. I want to reread, and this is tiny, and I want to annotate. Purchased another one, hoping it was going to be a really beautiful edition. Unfortunately, it's a bit pixelated. So I'm thinking about making my own jacket and putting it on top of this. Cinder, Melissa Meyer, First in the Lunar Chronicles. This has got a banging ass cover. Look at it. It's fucking gorgeous. I'm getting rid of this because it's YA and because it follows a different main character. Loved this one so much. Highly recommend it if you're into YA. I'm just not going to prioritize it. I've had this and I've wanted to continue it for years and years and years, but unfortunately I think I just missed the boat with it. Getting rid of the Legacy series by Kayla Kluver, about a princess, medieval times. She's going to marry for her country. Guy that she's engaged to she doesn't like. I loved him. Guy that she does like is the prince or someone high up of a neighbouring kingdom that they're at war with. A more forward-thinking kingdom that treats women with a bit more respect than the kingdom that she's from. Opens her mind. Gave Legacy 5 stars when I read it. Cannot remember anything about it. Allegiance I enjoyed. Third one I tried to read, did not enjoy at all. Is that it? Yeah, just one more. Woohoo! The First World War Illustrated by AJP Taylor. Really wanted to like this. Really fucking attached to it now because I annotated it. Sorry, I feel really sweary tonight. My annotations are like this. It'll be in a vlog in the future that I haven't finished. Watch the vlog to find out why I'm getting rid of it. Thank you guys so much for checking out my channel and for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. If you don't know what to comment and you would still like to comment something, please comment some kind of orange emoji for my dress. I'll talk to you all in another video. Bye!